Hi, good morning here from Bangkok. Yes, I'm back in Bangkok already. Such a hot weather at the air show yesterday in Pattaya. And this morning I intend to uh, just simply express one brilliant idea that came up to my head, which is the tree pack. And you know, iDempiere has been using the two pack to transport changes from one instance to the other, and where you can deploy separate modules to be incorporated through a plugin. However, with my Ninja work, you can read back in my forum, I begin to realize that this can essentially take over the two pack. So I name it three pack because you have additional code creation happening when you run the Ninja two pack, which is I prepared a blank for the code to be injected. And the design of the tree pack, if I were to log in, for example, you can define a module called hospital. It will appear on the main menu when this is executed with all these models defined with this master detail arrangement, as well as callouts. And if I were to show more, you can have workflows, you can have info windows if you have put in all the different models together. And you can have data types by these qualifiers like L hash. The hash is for dates, date discharge, date treatment. And if it was if it's defined with the underscore ID, this is considered a lookup. This is already in iDempiere or iDempiere, and I'm not adding anything there. I'm just putting it all together into a nice package and implement the two-pack concept by design instead of by implementation. You can read up further here what I mean. But in this demonstration, I'm going to show the other in the tool, which is the packing of data, can now be done by CSVs. Okay, so I have it here. So you can have these two Excel CSVs, comma separated values, with the header stated on the above, and the two-pack will go through and understand that this is a string and this is a reserved word, so you will reuse the element in iDempiere, that this is a list because you say equals to these values, it will automatically attach a L hash, and this is also a list, this is a list, and it will detect the in or is as a boolean yes or no. And this is another table where this bait ID will look up this bait model, and the data will be imported at the system level when this is executed, and these Excel are attached to the, if you go to the model maker, you will see that bait here I have attached the CSVs as well as for bait registration. Likewise, it has also been attached. But in this case, where you have the column set defined, your CSV can be even simpler. You need not have it in this elaborate manner. You can have it this way, just column a namespace directly. All right, so now just with the push of the button, it will be all done within a minute. Okay, I will now run it. It will now generate this whole thing like a two-pack will do it, but not using XML, and it will also generate the code here. Right, let's pull this up for the log, and you see that here it is. It's getting attachment. You got the code generated, and it is done. 7 codes generated, model 9 models, and 34 columns in. And if you look at the code, it is generated. Of course, when you're deploying it as a finished product, you do not need to generate code again, just when you have modified and add in all your implementation. right? When you've added in your implementation here, then you preserve this code and you pack out just the data set of this model, and that's it. Okay, so let us examine the bait and bait registration where the data has been set in. So you can now see that let's do a role access so that the more workflow will come out, and that will be really like a magic. So you see, it was just a push of a button. Everything is implemented by design. There's no cumbersome handling of XML, and we are now ready to see the finished transfer of a new module this easily. Log back into your client, and you see the hospital is created completely, just like a 2-pack would do it, and you have it's there, and you have the two data being inserted as shown here, and you see that this bit one refers to these two data, so that you could now create new data, patient 3. Let's have and you have all these data here, right? Or you could zoom and add in, and you see it becomes a lookup record by using the reserved word name. And here it is, all these data exactly as spelled out here. That's it. This is a big breaking news that for somehow in the coming future we may see the end of 2-pack and the birth of the 3-pack. That's it from me. All the best. Good luck in using iDempiere, the best software in the world. Bye bye.